Quinn!
Before she ran off and joined the circus, she was known as Dr. Harley Quinn.
Every member of the Joker family explored. The Joker is undoubtedly one of the most iconic and complex villains in popular culture. His unpredictable nature and twisted sense of humor have captivated audiences for decades, and his influence has extended beyond the comic book world into movies, television, and video games. However, the Joker's impact is not limited to his own character alone. In recent years, the concept of the Joker family has emerged, which includes individuals who have taken on the Joker mantle or are closely associated with him in some way. So in today's episode, we will be exploring every member of the Joker family and their impact on the DC's most famous supervillain. From the infamous Harley Quinn to the lesser-known Dualident, each member of the Joker family has their own unique story and place in the Batman universe. And with that, let's get straight into it. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin.
Time to wake up. Go to bed.
Joker's mother, Penny Fleck, from the movie Joker 2019. The character of Penny Fleck in the film showcases traits of both schizophrenia and narcissism. Her character cannot be described as a nurturing mother, as she has been a neglectful parental figure. She failed to protect her son Arthur from abuse during his childhood. The reason for her inaction is unknown, but it is believed that she may have suffered from abuse herself, which justifies her mental health issues. Although Penny cared for her son, she lied to him too often. She had traits of being a pathological liar, which ultimately led to her downfall. When she was young, she worked for Thomas Wayne and even had a crush on him, but they did not really get into a relationship. She instead adopted Arthur, who had also suffered abuse, as her son. Penny's mental instability and inability to protect Arthur from abuse led to her being sent to Arkham Mental State Hospital. As Arthur grew up, he did not realize that Penny was also a part of the abuse. Penny often wrote letters to Thomas Wayne to get his attention, but Arthur soon discovered that Penny was claiming to be in a relationship with Thomas, so he decided to confront her. Upon confrontation, Arthur realized that her lies went deeper and deeper with time. His attention was drawn to a file from the past that detailed young Penny's admission of guilt. Once again, Arthur realized that his mother's obsession with Thomas Wayne was nothing but just the tip of the iceberg. He understood that she was a dangerous and self-obsessed narcissist who not only allowed but facilitated the abuse of her own son by her partner. Penny's horrific upbringing was a major contributing factor to Arthur's current unstable state of mind and even the origin of his disturbing laugh. Arthur finally killed Penny while she was in the hospital by smothering her with a pillow and took revenge for all the abuse. Is Thomas Wayne Joker's biological father? Penny Fleck claimed that Arthur was the illegitimate son of Thomas Wayne. As we already discussed, Penny claimed that she had an affair with him while working for him. According to her, Thomas used his wealth and influence to fabricate paperwork that made it seem like Arthur was adopted. However, Thomas denied this claim and said that Penny was not mentally healthy when she worked for him and that their supposed relationship and brotherhood between Arthur and Bruce Wayne was nothing but utter delusion. When Arthur read his mother's file at Arkham State Hospital, he discovered that she adopted him as a child, but he and his mother were both abused by her boyfriend when he was a toddler. We already know that Joker is highly unstable and dangerous, with sociopathic tendencies, so it is also a possibility that Thomas is not his father. So even though Thomas is portrayed as the movie's antagonist, the majority thinks that Thomas is being truthful. When Arthur visited the Wayne estate, Alfred confirmed that Penny was not a mentally stable person to begin with.
Miss Harley Quinn!
Harley Quinn, the twisted love interest. Harley Quinn, the most famous name associated with the Joker, is also his badass sidekick. She is known as Dr. Harley Quinn, a psychiatrist at Arkham Asylum who was assigned to treat the Joker. Over time, she became infatuated with him and eventually fell in love with him. The Joker used her infatuation to manipulate her into aiding him in his crimes, and she eventually became his accomplice and partner in crime. Harley's origin story is a tragic one. She had a difficult childhood and was often neglected by her parents. She became obsessed with psychology and eventually became a psychiatrist. However, her fascination with abnormal psychology and her desire to help the Joker led her down a dark path. Their relationship is one of the most twisted and complex in the DC universe. It's an on-again, off-again romance filled with violence and manipulation. The Joker is abusive towards Harley, both physically and emotionally, and often uses her as a pawn in his schemes. Their relationship is based on a toxic mix of love, obsession, and abuse. Joker and Harley's bond is built on a mutual understanding of their shared insanity and love of chaos. They are both outsiders who have been rejected by society and found solace in each other. The Joker sees Harley as a loyal and devoted follower, while Harley sees the Joker as her one true love and savior. The relationship between the duo is marked by constant ups and downs, with the Joker often treating Harley poorly. However, Harley remained devoted to him and continued to come back because of her obsession. They even had a daughter named Lucy. Lucy Quinzel, Joker's daughter with Harley Quinn. After Harley realized she was pregnant, she decided to distance herself from the Joker and keep her daughter away from him. She made sure the Joker never found out about the child, and as far as she knows, he died without knowing about her. Harley knew that she had to keep her child away from the Joker, so she entrusted her sister Delia to raise Lucy as her own. Harley supported them by sending money for clothes, toys, and other necessities, but Lucy saw Delia as her mother. In the Injustice 2 series, Harley's daughter Lucy was kidnapped by the League of Shadows so they could force Harley to fight with their new Suicide Squad. However, during their captivity, Harley decided to let Lucy know about the truth about her father, the Joker, and everything else. After they escaped, Harley took Lucy back to Delia's house where she could have a safe life. Despite knowing the truth, Lucy was a pretty well-adjusted child, which indicated how effective and nurturing Delia had been as a parental figure. Harley still visited Lucy often, and they had a good relationship, which was seen through their playful activities together, like trucks wearing tuttis and playing in the park. All in all, it is impressive how well Lucy was doing, especially considering her parents and the dangerous world they inhabit in Injustice. Punchline. Punchline, aka Alexis, is another villainous figure who is an associate of the Joker, often portrayed as his new girlfriend and partner in crime. Punchline is known for her sadistic personality and a knack for violence. She often uses her knives and other weapons to carry out her schemes. She has quickly become a popular character in the Batman mythos and has appeared in various comic book series, including her own one-shot comic. Alexis was a student at Snyder College in Gotham who developed an infatuation with the Joker. After making contact with him over the internet, the Joker taught her how to make Joker venom, which she used to murder homeless people in Gotham for her own pleasure. During a Superhero Appreciation Day event at the college, she dressed in attire inspired by the Joker, causing the dean to confront her in private. Rather than listen to his advice, she killed him, which completed her transformation into Punchline. The Joker found her extremely amusing and referred to her as the funniest person he had ever encountered. It's not clear whether Joker and Punchline are romantically involved, since there hasn't been any on-panel display of affection or declaration of love. Although Punchline called Joker her partner, the nature of their partnership remains ambiguous. It's best if they are not dating, since Punchline is a college student. During the San Diego Comic-Con 2022, a new limited series called Punchline: The Gotham Game was announced, featuring the popular character who was teased at the end of issue 15 of the Joker. Jana Hudson, aka Harley Quinn. Jana Hudson, commonly known as Harley Quinn, was once a patient of Dr. Harley Quinzel and developed a strong infatuation towards the Joker. She became associated with the Joker's gang and was an active participant in many of their criminal activities. Despite her brief involvement with the Joker's gang, Harley Quinn played a notable role in several of the Joker's schemes. Her criminal activities with the Joker's gang brought her into conflict with the Batman, leading to her eventual arrest. As she grew older, Jana began organizing charity events to raise funds for various causes. At one such function, which aimed to provide relief to Pakistan, Jana met Bruce Wayne and the two shared a romantic spark. They even made plans to go out on a date, but Bruce's obligations as Batman prevented him from keeping their appointment. What Bruce didn't know was that Jana was secretly the White Rabbit, a criminal who operated in Gotham City. She is a skilled criminal and strategist who is adept at organizing heists and robberies. She is also a proficient fighter with skills in hand-to-hand combat and the use of various weapons, including knives and guns. Not only this, Jana is a strong manipulator and is able to deceive and manipulate those around her to achieve her goals. Dualident. Dualident has made her first appearance in the Batman family comic book series. She has been associated with the Joker as she claims to be his daughter in several storylines, although her true parentage is never fully established. Throughout her appearances in various comic book series, she has often aligned herself with other villains, including the Joker and his gang. She is portrayed as a skilled acrobat and fighter, but her mental instability and erratic behavior often hinder her plans. She caught the attention of Robin when she claimed to be the daughter of several well-known Gotham City villains, including Catwoman, Scarecrow, Riddler, and Penguin. Duella expressed her desire to join the Teen Titans as a way of atoning for her father's criminal acts, although not everyone agreed with her proposal. Afterwards, she took on the persona of Harley Quinn and employed a range of tricks and gimmicks, including smoke bombs and lipstick that fired bullets. Following the cancellation of the Teen Titans comic books, Duella reappeared in the Batman titles, where she went by the name Card Queen and infiltrated a criminal organization known as Maze. Duella's last appearance before the Crisis on Infinite Earths event occurred in Tales of the Teen Titans issue 50. Dick Grayson attended Donna Troy's wedding with a woman who seemed to be a middle-aged matron. During their interaction, he realized that she was not Two-Face's daughter due to her age, and she confirmed this before disappearing. Essentially, the woman attended the wedding as a guest and was initially believed to be Two-Face's daughter, but her appearance and age contradicted this assumption. Next up is Gagging, one of his trusted henchmen. Gagging is a fictional character in the Joker comic book series. He is a clown who works as the Joker's henchman and is known for his distinctive giggle. In the comic book series, Gagging is shown as being highly loyal to the Joker and willing to do anything to help him achieve his goals. While he is not a major character in the series, he is often used as comic relief and as a way to showcase the Joker's twisted sense of humor. Before joining the Joker in his life of crime, Gagging was once a member of the circus. As a tightrope walker, he performed in the circus until he was replaced by the Flying Graysons and he was forced to become a clown and part of a freak show, which he disliked. During an incident, Gagging attacked one of his fellow clowns and the Joker noticed him. Gagging was willing to go any lengths for a good laugh, which made him the perfect partner for the Joker. Together, they committed several crimes using gags and props, but they were eventually caught and sent to jail after being defeated by Batman and Robin. In the Three Jokers storyline, Gagging reappeared in the main story to assist the three Jokers in their killing spree before being murdered by Red Hood, who threw him into a tank of Joker venom-infected sharks. In the Gotham City Sirens 4, he initially disguised himself as the Joker and tried to kill Harley and her friends. In the next part, the Sirens discovered that the person they thought was the Joker was actually Gagging, the Joker's former sidekick. Later on, Gagging reminisced about his past with the Joker and planned to continue committing crimes in the Joker's name. However, Harley and the Sirens were able to stop him and send him off on a toy rocket. The character has clearly been obsessed with his former boss and often tries to emulate him. Jokerized Jason Todd. Jason Todd's early life was full of chaos and danger. His parents were drug addicts, and they sold him to the crime boss Carmine Falcone when he was born. But instead, they were beat up by one of Falcone's associates, Sal Maroni. As he grew up, Jason's father repeatedly told him that he was worthless and even abused him physically. Unfortunately, his parents were executed by Maroni when he was just 13 years old. Although it was Jason who told Maroni where to find his parents, Maroni did not kill him in return. In reality, Maroni's family granted Jason his own territory in Gotham City, allowing him to engage in criminal activities without encroaching on their operations. Though Jason had a troubled start, he eventually formed a bond with Batman and became the second Robin, finding a new sense of belonging and purpose with his new family. He was tortured by the Joker and suffered childhood trauma, which is what turned him into the brutal vigilante known as the Arkham Knight. Even with his new persona, Jason still struggled with his past, but ultimately found redemption and became the anti-hero known as the Red Hood. So it's safe to say that Todd's life was drastically transformed after being saved by Batman from the typical street orphan life. He was trained by Batman and eventually became the second Robin. After the Joker incident, Jason's mental health deteriorated and he felt betrayed by Batman's failure to save him. Jason returned and sought revenge against Batman. He was so consumed with hatred that he vowed to get revenge on his former mentor by killing him. He utilized his advanced technological knowledge and resources acquired from his enemies to design high-tech equipment and train soldiers. As the Arkham Knight, he was emotionless, cruel, and willing to use deadly force against those he deemed weak. Despite this, he still had a compassionate side, as evidenced by his concern for Oracle and Alfred. After he regained his senses, he assisted Batman in stopping Scarecrow. In the Red Hood story arc pack DLC, he remained violent and ruthless, acting upon his own moral compass. With superhuman strength, agility, and endurance, he possesses the skill of expert marksmanship and combatant.
Time to go, Dee Dee.
Dee Dee, Joker's twisted apprentice. Dee Dee, aka Delia Dennis, and Deirdre Dennis are twin sisters and also the granddaughters of Harley Quinn. They are part of the Joker's gang in the animated television series Batman Beyond, which takes place in the future of the DC animated universe. The Dee Dee twins are depicted as mischievous and playful, but also highly skilled in martial arts and acrobatics. They're often seen carrying around large mallets as weapons and wearing clown-like outfits. Despite their criminal activities, they are portrayed as sympathetic characters who have been coerced into joining the Joker's gang due to their difficult circumstances. While Dee Dee does not appear in the original Joker movie, the character's inspiration from the Joker is still evident in the film's portrayal of a chaotic and violent society. Harleen hoped to prevent the twins, Delia and Deirdre, from taking the same path as she did and becoming criminals. Unfortunately, the girls inherited their mother's fascination with the Joker and joined his gang at a young age. When they were ordered to steal advanced technology, they engaged in a violent confrontation with Batman. One of the twins almost died during the fight, but Batman saved her using his grappling hook. The other twin abandoned the stolen technology to save her sister, causing it to be damaged. After the attack, the gang regrouped at their headquarters where they reported to their leader, who claimed to be the real Joker. Dee Dee was later involved in an ambush on Bruce Wayne and Terry McGinnis, which resulted in their defeat. The twins were eventually arrested, and Harley bailed them out while they awaited trial, although she was pretty disappointed in their behavior. And with that, we come to the very end of the video. The Joker is one of the most iconic, enigmatic characters in popular culture, and exploring this badass character has once again offered a fascinating fascinating insight into his backstory and allies. From his abusive father to his twisted love interests, the Joker's relationship with those around him shed light on his motives, his psyche, and the impact he has on those closest to him. While each member of the Joker's family is unique, they are all linked by their connection to the Clown Prince of Crime, and their stories deepen our understanding of one of the most compelling villains in fiction. Through exploring the Joker's family, we gain a better understanding of the character's motivations, his past, and the chaos he leaves in his wake. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.